Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that's been driving me crazy with all these draft projections floating around. The Dominique Malonga debate has gotten completely out of hand, and I need to set the record straight. Look, this is a two-person draft. Period. You've got your sure thing in Paige Bueckers, 23 years old, ready to walk in as an all-star. And then you've got Dominique Malonga with potentially the highest ceiling we've seen since Brittney Griner. That's right, Malonga could be the greatest to ever play the game. That's how special a talent is. So the real question teams are facing is, do you take the raw potential or the ready-made star? It's essentially the female version of Wemby versus Chet Holmgren. And if you're ESPN suggesting Kiki or anyone else ahead of Malonga, I'm sorry, but that's just lazy analysis. People criticizing Malonga don't even understand her game. They're like, oh, she's just this big five who's going to be too weak. No, she plays more like a 4 at the WNBA level. Pair her with Ezi Magbegor in Seattle. Now we're talking about something special. And speaking of Magbegor, people forget she's only a few months older than Kate Martin. She came over at 19, wasn't ready right away, and now at 24 she's one of the best centers in the W. But here's the thing, Malonga is already way better than Magbegor was when she arrived, with even more potential. And I love Ezi. If you don't consider A.J. Wilson center, Magbegor is right there at the top with her defense, floor spacing, and athleticism. I want to highlight something from Rachel Amita's interview with Malonga. Shout out to Rachel, who's worked with 2K, Overtime, and the NBA. She went out of her way to see Dominique play in Europe, something I actually plan to do myself to watch her against Baxi Farrell and Claire Melia, who's the greatest Irish-born player to come through their system. Let me play this clip from the interview that completely shuts down the nonsense narrative about Malonga. You go to the States for the summer. What are your goals for the rest of the season? For the rest of the season, of course, is to do the best we can in the playoffs that start just after the draft. I come back from the draft the day after I have the first game of the playoffs. Wait, did you catch that? She literally just said she's going to the draft and coming back, and she's playing in America this summer. So we can stop this ridiculous narrative that she's not coming over or doesn't want to play in the W. She's coming over right away. Will she start immediately for Seattle? No. But assuming Stewart plays this season and next, then retires, you'd have a 21-year-old Malonga ready to pair with a 26-year-old Magbegor. That's a front court that could dominate for 8 to 10 years. I love her mentality too. She's basically saying, I'll talk with whoever draft me, but I want to finish my season here and try to win the French Cup. That shows commitment. And yes, I do expect her to have a slow start, maybe 6 to 7 minutes a game initially. The physicality and speed are different, especially if she's playing the 4. But if she can build up to 12 minutes by season's end, that's progress. Think about this trajectory. 2 points in 8 minutes as a rookie, then 5 to 6 points in 15 minutes, then 11 points as a starter, and finally 14 points as an all-star. Even with that gradual development, she'd reach all-star status while still younger than Paige Bueckers is right now. She's 4 years younger than Paige and nearly 6 years younger than Sedona Prince. That's how we need to view her potential. She's coming over immediately. She wants to be in the W, and while she might not be ready right away, no team should pass on her for that reason. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Hit that subscribe button if you want more WNBA draft coverage, and I'll catch you all in the next one.